All right, here we go. Hi, this is Charlie. How y'all doing this week? I'm coming here with a message for you of encouragement, appreciation, understanding. It's all good. We're in here doing the best we can to remember who we are. Before I start, I'd like to take a minute to have gratitude, to show gratitude for all aspects who are around us. For one, you, the individuals that we are, taking on our journeys and remembering who we are. But also, I would like to thank everything around me, all the water, the dock, the plants, the air, the sun, Eric, who's always helping me here. And I don't never say enough thank you to him. I just want to make sure he always knows how much I appreciate everything that we do together. And I realize how much I appreciate and have such gratitude for remembering how connected I am to everything around me. And the gratitude for just being, just truly being, allow myself to be, and realizing we're human beings. And the one thing that I really have learned and really have grasping, as cool as we think the things that we have to do, that we run around, do this, do that, and we take a lot of it for granted. And when I say granted, we complain about doing this, have to do this, or have to do that, instead of realizing that everything in our life happens to us for a reason. And the gratitude from that for me is realizing that all them challenges I allowed myself to experience, and this understanding, I have such gratitude. I wouldn't want to change one thing. Wouldn't want to change one itty bitsy thing. Doesn't mean I want to go and redo a lot of that. Just saying. So I just want to be straight on that. But I do have appreciation because by having all these experiences, one, it's helped remember who I am. And really who I am is just consciousness, true consciousness, having these experiences. And I realized that, and I've said this before, and I'm going to repeat it, because all these experiences that I have are truly conditional. They were conditional for who I am. In other words, when I say that, all these conditions I allowed myself to have and to experience were all conditional love to truly help me understand that I am nothing but unconditional love. And you can put any kind of name on anything, but it's about feeling that, feeling it. And I think we're in this time of change, or transformation, where it's so important that you can look within and feel what's right for you, that unique individual that you truly are. And to learn to trust how it feels to you, that I am presence that you are. And then be brave enough to trust your intuitiveness. And as much as, and I talk about the stone in the pond, or the stone in the ocean, the stone in whatever, it makes a ripple. And as you remember who you are, from a higher consciousness of understanding, because when we realize that our ego, and I'm going to repeat this again, our ego is that child that never got heard, never got seen, never got appreciated, never got to voice how it felt, much less anything else. And it was so scared of being who you are. So we brought our ego in thought it was a way to protect us, because we got tired of being nailed to a cross, we got tired of being burned, we got tired of being hung, we got tired of being ridiculed, tired of being shamed by what they call that, where they push you away, shame you and all that. We got tired of that. So we try to fit in. And we realized why our life was going nutsy, because part of trying to fit in is you're not being who you are. We didn't come here to be other than who we are. And to be present with that. And the more we allow ourselves to be present with that, the more we allow everything around us to change. And one of the expressions I always hear, everything, healing's within. And I realize that it's not just healing. Everything is within. It has to start within. It starts with a feeling. And then as we embrace that feeling, then all of a sudden it starts manifesting in thoughts and then experiences to help us truly understand how powerful we are. We're powerful, we manifest in so many powerful ways, but we've been doing it unconsciously. Now it's time to do it consciously, and then we'll realize we were doing it somewhat consciously. It was experience to say, hey, when you're trying to wake somebody up, you can shake them and wake them up, but sometimes that just ain't enough. Sometimes you might have to get an alarm and ring it in their ear, or change the environment in the room. So I think part of our wake up is learning to embrace the unknown. Because when we wake up in the morning, until we have that moment, 30, 45 seconds, where we don't know where we're at, what's going on, until we really grasp and get ourselves awake, I feel like that's similar to what we're doing now as consciousness. We are allowing ourselves to wake up to that, but we have to have all these experiences that add to the all, because we are all. We're just perspectives of the all, conscious perspectives of the all. And when we realize that, then it's nothing personal. We come here to play together. We truly came here to play together. We forgot that through our experiences, but now we're remembering that. And when I share my experiences with you, I share them from a higher perspective of understanding, not from something that was being done to me, because nothing was being done to me, it was being done for me, to help me raise my vibration and be conscious of vibration, because everything around us is a vibration of understanding, of what it means to you, that unique individual that you are. Just like the sun is so healing. And when we realize the sun's working with us, the plants around us are working with us, the stock is working with us, the water is working with us, everything around us is working with us. And when we can embrace that from a higher perspective, then we're realizing that everything that's happened in our life becomes more of a lesson from a higher perspective, not from a lesson from our ego, because our ego really just deserves to be loved and understood so it can be let go, just like every other experiences that we have. If something's not good for you, you know by how it feels. But you can try to convince yourself that it feels better than it does, which that's part of our experiences, is allowing us to have these experiences that we believe benefited us because we were wanting to fit in, we were wanting to be seen, so we do this whatever to try to be seen, realizing that the more we were being our unauthentic self, the more we took away from who we are. But that's part of the process of beginning to remember. And as we remember, we raise the vibration of the all. And as we raise the vibration of this planet, the Mother Gaia, we're raising it through consciousness, but we're doing it one light at a time. And then I guess because nobody really, I think, can say exactly what the great event is going to be. We have all these perspectives out there saying this will be this will be that, this will be that, when it really comes down to that it's all going to be unique to who you are, but it's all going to be one. It's going to all bring us to remember that we're all one consciousness, but we're unique perspectives of that one consciousness, just like our galactic brothers and sisters, just like our angels, just like all of our guides around us, because the first thing that I've been shared with from my ancestrals and any energy that I talked to that was in the physical body that moved moved out of the physical body, the first thing that they realized was all the blocks they put on their self through their conditioning, through what they believed. And as we are able to do that in our physical body, things have to die, so it feels like everything's going to fall apart to realize it was falling together. But it's important that these emotions that we were talking about, because our emotions, I really believe, are our guidance system. If it feels good, then you're probably in line with your higher self. If it doesn't feel good, then you're either forcing it, and this is my perspective, you're either forcing it or trying to fit in. And it's all the same. And that's why one of the things that anything I've shared on this channel is about trusting how it feels to you, that unique perspective of the all. Trust how it feels here in your heart. Because there's no one certain way to do it. But when you realize that your vibrations, you're gonna care about the vibrations that you put in your body, because you realize how much your body is helping you understand and learn. Your soul is growing through your physical body. And you realize it's all one, but it's all unique. Our physical body has all these different cells in it. But all these different cells in our physical body are like individuals. Just wanting to be seen, heard, but they're satisfied wherever they're at. I don't know if it was on here or not, but I asked one time, I asked a foot cell in my body, I said, "Are you satisfied being a foot cell?" And it says, "What? Of course." I asked the heart cell, "Are you satisfied being a heart cell? Do you feel like you'd be more important somewhere else?" And the heart cell's like, "What? No, we all are satisfied where we're at because we're learning and we're understanding. Because we realize the foot cell matters just as much as the heart cell, because it all makes one. And when we realize that we can look at ourselves as individual perspectives of the all, having these experiences to help us remember that we're all connected. This is like anybody, I shouldn't say, well, anyways, I'll just talk from my perspective. When I work with people's energy and we breathe into each other and we connect, it's that knowing without knowing. People say, "How do you do it?" I don't know. Well, it's just trusting. It's truly learn to have faith and trust how it feels. And these are just examples of what that truly means to me. I really believe we're really just remembering who we are by all of our experiences that we have that are challenge us to remember who we are. And then it's nothing personal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for every aspect that didn't pay me no mind, because that was what you were supposed to do. Nothing happens by accident. Everything is agreed upon before we even come into this lifetime. Now, we still have our free will whether we want to follow our path or don't. But it's never wrong. It's never wrong. And when we can be easy with ourselves, just like our best friend, it's challenging to put my arm around myself, but I hug myself and tell myself how much I love myself, because I promise that self-love helps us understand the more we love who we are as that individual of the I amness that we are, the more that we realize that everything around us is doing its best to remember who it is too. And how can we not have compassion with that? At least for myself, I cannot say when I look at another individual, no matter what challenge they look at, I just see their beautiful light. But I understand if they're in the middle of a lesson, I'm not supposed to be there. But sometimes I may be there just enough to smile at them and tell them how great they are and move the fuck on. Because that's encouragement. Not saying, "Oh man, you look like you get the shit kicked out of you. I don't know how you're going to handle that, man." I hear so many people say, "I don't know if I could come back from what you've been through." I don't totally agree with that. I think they underestimate themselves, because I think we're a lot stronger than we believe we are. But we have to know that from our personal experience. I can tell you how fucking awesome you are, and I can tell you how beautiful you are. But until you believe it for who you are, for yourself, I can sit here and blow smoke all over you. And if you don't believe that you're worthy of that, there ain't a whole lot I can do other than send you love and move the heck on. Anyways, we're in a time of change. And the time of change is all about consciousness. It truly is, from my perspective, it's all about consciousness. Remember that we're all gods and goddesses having these experiences are, and I like to just be real. And I always love being real. And to me, we're just consciousness. We're just true consciousness having these experiences. Yes, there's lower energy, higher energy, but it's all one. And we're all working together, whether we believe that or not. That's part of raising the consciousness, but we're understanding what energy works and what energy doesn't work. And it's time to let go of that energy that doesn't work. And especially to you, that unique individual, anybody who's watching this channel, you're watching this, you're drawn to it for whatever reason or not, just like what I'm drawn. I'm drawn to that energy for whatever reason. But when we realize likes attract likes, and sometimes that can be very uncomfortable because it goes both ways. If you're not in a good spot, you're probably going to attract energy that's not in a good spot. And that's still a matter of perspective whether you're in a good spot, because if you're learning, because sometimes we have to truly embrace what we don't want to be before we understand who we are. This is a process of remembering. Anyways, anything I say to you, it's all about encouragement, love. I'm going to let them come through, share a message. I love and appreciate every one of you. I truly mean that. I hope you can feel that. I'm doing everything I can to project that through this understanding of being able to express this to you. You're fucking worth the effort. You're worth taking time to look within yourself. And do that every which way that it feels right to you. When we talk about meditating, it's all about the intent to know who you are and then trust the process. You can't force it. You can't force it. You have to be able to sit with yourself and realize the more love you put in yourself, the more love you have to share outside. Anyways, I love and appreciate every one of you. I truly mean that. You're fucking awesome. Okay, here we go. We'll let them come in. We are the Arcturians. Arcturians. Charlie is so good. Sorry, so good. Let's get our energy. We are the Arcturians. We are here with a message of encouragement, appreciation, joy, love, as we're in this time of change, of understanding. We bring in this message of remembering, true remembering. The times, as we call them, are illusion, as we want to redirect it as vibrationally. As you raise the vibration, as you as the individual, you raise the vibration as collective. And as the vibration rises to a certain understanding, then it has a effect with the whole and all dimensions of understanding. All dimensions of understanding. We can put levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just a evolution of understanding. When we put the levels on there, that's more your understanding, because once you hit the 5th, everything is possible. But as you understand that, you'll realize that everything was possible in all understandings. As important as that is to understand that everything is possible in understanding, it's just understanding what to do with that energy. You allowed yourself to totally forget how to work with your energy and other vibrations around you. but you have been doing it the whole time. That's how you've been manifesting this experience, that experience, this experience, because your higher self says, we agree to this experience will bring this understanding in by having this experience to wake you up to who you are. And as you allowed yourself to have these experiences, they kind of tone down, waking up. And as you are now in the energy where you have so much assistance around you in angels, galactic brothers and sisters, your spiritual guides, your guardian angels, your ancestral guides, you have so much energy around you. It is all working in harmony together. We are one. But it's so important that you understand these individual experiences. We grow through these experiences of understanding. There's no right or wrong. That's your own unique perspective of understanding. But as you understand that, it adds to the all. And we have shared these similar messages, and we will continue to we will reword them, re-energize them, any way that we can to help you remember to take your power of understanding back and remember how beautiful you truly are. How truly beautiful you are. And yes, we did not say the word we wanted to say. Because as we work through channels, we take on some of their understanding of communication. That's part of why it's so important that we understand how to communicate vibrationally through your words. Your words are all vibrationally, and as you start becoming more understanding who you are, you'll know these words are like spells. As you speak them out loud, that's what you draw to you. So if you believe you're not worthy and you speak that out loud, it draws to you. But also, it's not so much the words, it's the vibration that you truly are putting out as that understanding. There's no wrong or right. It's just your unique perspective of the vibration that you're putting out to bring in the understanding that you need to grasp so you can expand and grow. And that's why we are encouraging you to feel all these different emotions so your ego, your ego keeps you grounded into the lower understanding. It keeps you grounded because until you accept who your ego is and the emotions that your ego puts off through your experiences, and embrace that inner child, and that's just another word, and truly embrace the divine in you, that divine light that is truly who you are. And what makes this such a beautiful experience, and even though your ego says it's not a beautiful experience, your higher self says this is perfect to your understanding and how it adds to the understanding of the all. And as you embrace who you are, you're going to expand, and you will expand here, you will expand here. You'll realize you're always expanding through your experiences of forgetting and remembering. It's all connected to your understanding as that unique spark of the all, the soulness that you are. It's just a beautiful understanding of unconditional love, having all these conditions poured upon it so it can see beyond them conditions, so it can transform them into that beautiful understanding of love, of pure love. And as you understand, all these little cells in your body are just there, drawn to your energy to give you this physical, beautiful physical form that you are. And Charlie has shared this out loud, part as he's encouraging individuals when they look at themselves in the mirror and they say, look at that beautiful soul, but most of the time as they're sitting and they're looking at it, picking it to pieces. Oh, you're too fat, you got freckles, I don't like your hair color, I wish I was skinnier, I was just, well, that physical body hears all that. So it's like, well, if it don't love me back, it's like part of understanding. It's loving the experience. Doesn't mean that you don't want to do it again, but loving the experience so it can love you back. Same thing with the physical body. Learn to love your physical body. It is such a beautiful expression of the all. It's so unique to who you are. It's so unique to who you are. Just another beautiful expression, having all this experience to remember that. And when you can embrace the beauty that you truly are, you'll realize all that beauty that is truly around you. Truly around you. That beautiful soul here. So what, that soul is dark. That beautiful soul here. So if that soul is light. That beautiful soul here. So if that beautiful soul is brown. It's just another beautiful perspective of who you are. Not trying to leave any of the colors out. Because when you get into the galactics, okay, your beautiful blueness, your beautiful greenness, your beautiful, whatever you want to call that is. And it's kind of like that because you realize that they're all a beautiful expression, having their own unique experience of remembering, sharing, encouraging, because we realize as we encourage the other and we watch that other grow or feel good about itself, how can you not feel good unless your ego's involved and saying, oh, well, the only reason they got that was because they were born this way or their family had money or whatever freaking excuse they want to use. When you realize they're unique, they're having their experiences, and how can I not honor that? I honor you for having your experience because you're that beautiful. I don't care if I don't know what you are. And I've talked to one of our galactic brothers and sisters that I got to visualize right in front of them. And even, as much as we're in a higher dimension, we just know that they matter, we matter. We interact with each other. Yes, we learn about each other because it's so important that we understand each other. But we don't understand it. We understand each other from a higher perspective. It's nothing personal. It's like, oh, interesting journey you've had. Oh, interesting journey we've had. Share, but it's not about memory. It's about being so present, so present, so present. Not knowing how it's going to happen, but knowing that it's all happening for your highest good. It's all happening for your unique higher good, your unique higher good, your unique higher good, no matter where you are at. And then you'll realize how connected you are to this, how connected you are to this, how connected you are to that, how connected you are to that, because it's all one. But it's all one to your unique understanding of what that oneness is. And that's why we inspire you by our sharing to be your unique self. Don't hide your light. Do not hide your light from any aspect of who you are. Because as you shine your light, you'll encourage this light to turn on, that light to turn on. And there we go as how everything affects everything. As you remember, they remember. This remembers. This remembers. It's all one. And when we understand our DNA and these physical bodies, they're all connections to who you are. They're all individual connections to how many different aspects of going on at one time in all these nows. They're all nows, but they're all connected to one. To one. Pure love. Pure love. It loves itself enough. We love ourselves enough to allow ourselves to be guided in all these perspectives of understanding. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy when you can feel the oneness that you truly are. You realize how limitless you truly are, how everything around you is teaching you and you're teaching it to be limitless, to put no perspectives on yourself other than to be in the now, to be in the now, to be so present, because everything is the now. Everything is the now. What is going on now was manifested in the now. When you realize that now manifested this now. That's how connected everything is, but it's the cause and effects. If you're putting out energy that is no longer benefiting to this understanding, you're going to get it right back. Bam, there it is. So you can deal with it and make peace with it. But as you put that loving energy out, sometimes some of the manifestations that you are wanting take a little time vibrationally to line up. But as you embrace who you are, the line-up understanding, moments of understanding are like boom, boom, boom. It's all in the now. But it's all going to happen for your highest good. Not from your ego's perspective, from your highest good of understanding. And it's no right or wrong. It's your perspective of understanding. That's why we admire you so much. You came here to take on all this energy to release it, to release it, to release it, to release it. The ones ahead of you were releasing. Now it's time for you to bring this higher understanding into consciousness, to embrace that consciousness that you truly are, so you can experience all the dreams and desires that benefit you, but you're doing it because it feels right, not because of what you truly want. You want to experience this because it's going to give you more freedom or more understanding of who you are. Not because I got to have this to feel good. You realize feeling good is what draws all that to you. Feeling good is what draws all that understanding to you, but it goes both ways. If you're not feeling good about yourself, the universe is going to bring more of that understanding to help you understand how fucking good you truly are. But it's up to you to embrace these understandings from your perspective. Because as we shared with you multiple times, you're worth the effort. You matter just as much as any other perspective around here. There's no perspective more important than any other perspective. We're all one, but we're all unique. As you embrace, boom, boom, as we shared, this light turns on, this light turns on, this light turns on, this light, then the vibration rises, then boom, this understanding no longer benefits, so it no longer exists. And whatever that means to you, that individual, and as the collective, we'll have one understanding in time. And time is the illusion. In other words, when the vibrations line up, it's all about vibrations. Vibration, vibration. That's why we encourage you to see it from your higher perspective. All these experiences, learn to observe. Learn to observe. And when you're inspired to interact, but it's okay to observe. Because really you're observing, your consciousness is observing you, that understanding. And really when you hear your higher self, when you learn to hear your higher self, this is my perspective I want to share with you. And when I say mine, the understanding of the galactic brothers and sisters, this works for you or doesn't work for you. Big fucking deal. Move on. That works for you, don't work for you. But as your ego has to be heard, these experiences have to keep coming to you as that individual. They keep coming to you, until you can see it from your higher perspective. And they comes back multiplied, multiplied, multiplied. In the intensity until you can see your patterns. And your cells in your body are trying to help you understand that by having these physical discomforts, these, as a word you like, diseases. They're all just manifesting in your physical body because your physical body loves you enough to help you understand yourself. And that means even moving on so you can come back into another body, because each time you come back, you're coming back with more understanding. But you still have to go through forgetting to remember. And now we're understanding where the little ones are being born, remembering. Because that time of forgetting and understanding in Mother Gaia's time is done. Is done. Is done. So as we encourage you here and as we share these messages of understanding and love, compassion, gratitude. Gratitude is one of the best vibrations you can have. Gratitude for everything, open for more. Gratitude for everything, open for more. You're a beautiful, beautiful expression of the all. Embrace who you are. We have such love for you. And Eric, we will take a question today if you have one.
I just have a personal question for you, so if you just want to close up, I'll ask it.
Okay, we can go. No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. You said you were feeling some pain in your back. I was curious, what emotion is that bringing up for you?
Okay, well, we're connected with Charlie. We can share that out loud. And one thing that he is understanding, part of him is being used as an example. There's nothing he can hide. And in time, there's nothing that no one can hide, because it's not about hiding, because you don't want to hide from yourself anyways. The one emotion that because we have been working with him, he kept asking us what this was about. Part of it is his unworthiness. Part of this is he is loud. He works with so much energy. He's guided to so many different individuals, and he is becoming more conscious of taking on their energy. And it's not taking it on from, he has such compassion for everyone that he's around. But the one thing he hasn't understand is so important that they figure it out for who they are. He can share it with them, but only if he's asked. He's learning to be quiet unless he's asked. Or inspired, because we inspire him all the time. Trust me, he has resisted us in a lot of ways. Because as he understands who he is, he realizes that the only thing he was resisting was who he is. Because we're just another aspect of who he is. That's how multidimensional you truly are. And how powerful you truly are as that individual. So a lot of it was just energy that his cells were telling him that he was still trying to take on other people's journey. That's also why, from our perspective, it was also located in his back. As much as he loves and appreciates every one of you, it's so important that you learn to love and appreciate who you are, who you truly are. And then be brave enough to be that. To be that.
So this energy in his back, does it belong to him or somebody else?
It belongs to him, but it also belongs to others.
And is he ready to let go of the energy that he's holding on from others and send it back to the light?
He already did. Actually, him and Michael talked this morning.
Yeah.
And Michael took his beautiful blue sword, cut them attachments, but the physical body takes a little time to regenerate from that. These experiences, sometimes it takes the physical body a little time as it's understanding who it is, and as time goes on, and which is all illusion, it's more like this. But right now, in this process of understanding where he's at, it's still taking a little time to let go, because his, bless his heart, and we mean this with so much love and compassion, he tries to understand it so much with his analytical mind instead of just feeling it. Even though he can share this and understand it's about feeling it, not always understanding what that's about, unless that's important to, because some of these emotions that you're feeling that are coming across these physical bodies have been dormant for so long. And even you can do past life regressions, and we never discourage anybody from understanding who they are. But remember, that can even be a rabbit hole, because then you take on that energy of understanding instead of being present with the energy of understanding that you're in now. This understanding of the now. That's another now. And them lessons will come to you. Some will come through emotions. Some will come through all of a sudden, boom, epiphanies, deja vu, whatever word you like to use. Boom, and you'll understand what that was about. Boom, oh, that was about. But part of the physical body has all this memory in there, and as your DNA comes on, it activates a lot of these memories so they can be released. And that's the best way we know how to describe that. Because your DNA you're being showered with so much energy from the photon belt, the central sun, all this loving energy of consciousness is being sent to Mother Gaia right now as to raise the collective. She's already rose to her understanding. Now it's all about trusting the process to allow itself to, play itself out. Because it's a process. Every process is different. Some processes are like this. Some processes takes time to generate the proper vibration so it can line up. It's like when we talked about the within. You go within. You find that love within you. It's a process of remembering for your body to remember that love so your body transforms. Some transformations are like this, but some of them are gradual. Gradual. There's no right or wrong.
And so what part of Charlie still needs love to stop believing that he's unworthy?
Remember, he's just worthy because he's allowing himself to have these experiences. You're worthy by just being. And that is part of his understanding, is learning, just like yesterday, he had in his mind, his beautiful mind, that he wanted to go do all these things. Well, the physical body was encouraging him to be still, to surrender to the understanding, to spend time with the sun, to spend time, because as much love that he puts out, sometimes he still forgets about putting that love within himself. So a lot of times the physical body will remind you, be still, be still. And when you can learn to be still with who you are, then you'll realize that's part of the process of remembering. When you can love being in the moment of being still, that's how we talk. When you're running around doing stuff, we could holler at you, try to communicate with you, but you can't hear us. We throw stuff in front of you, we throw numbers up, we throw all kinds of little birds fly by you. You're too busy to even see them. But we're always trying to communicate with you. And part of Charlie's lesson from yesterday was to be still, to allow the sun's energy to recharge him. And also it was okay for him it was so important for him to be still and to embrace who he was yesterday, as that understanding was just another moment of understanding. And now his body is going through the process of releasing, which has released majority of the energy. Now it's all about allowing itself to regenerate, truly regenerate.
Wonderful, thank you.
We have such love and compassion for you. And as we share with you each and every time, we're so honored to be here. and to share these messages of encouragement with each and every one of you. And remember, you're worth the effort. You're worth the time. The more love you put into who you are, the more love you have to share with the outside. So take the time to know who you are, to let go of all aspects that no longer benefit you, because they did benefit you at one time. Now it's time to embrace that higher self that you truly are. We have such love and compassion for each and every one of you. And as Charlie always loves to tell each and every one of you, how fucking awesome you are. Now be brave enough to be that. We will be here again at another time of understanding to share a message of encouragement. We have such love and compassion for each and every one of you, and we have such admiration for every one of you. Now so be it.